Hello you guys, it's Katie and welcome back to another video. Today's video, I have an exciting one for you guys because this is a market vlog for you guys, which I know you guys love. So even though I'm doing events few and far between now, I'm still trying to film all of them when I am doing them. In case you guys didn't tune into yesterday's video, today's video is day 2 of Creative Christmas here on my channel. This year I'm doing 3 videos, December 23rd, 24th, and 25th as my Creative Christmas that I do every single year where I post extra videos right around Christmas. So today's video is the second of 3 videos. So if you didn't already check out yesterday's, make sure you check that out after today's and also check out tomorrow's as well. I like just doing this around this time of year. It's fun because I know people are off of work and stuff. Maybe you're watching more YouTube. And yeah, I just think it's fun. So I hope you guys agree with that and I hope you are excited to stay tuned today and then tomorrow for the final day. This is being posted a lot later than I wanted it to be posted, but this was one of my Halloween events, so don't mind seeing all of the Halloween themed stuff in my setup. But I did still want to share this video with you guys because this market was probably one of the best ones I have had. We'll get into more of a breakdown towards the end. I haven't quite looked at the numbers yet, so we're gonna look at them towards the end of this video. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the best event I've ever done based on the amount of hours for the event and stuff like that, because I have done events that were better as far as the amount I sold and everything, but I spent way more hours set up at those events versus this one was just one day from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. So a much shorter day, and I ended up selling a lot because it was such a big, busy event. And one more thing before we get on to the actual footage of this video, I always in any of my market vlog videos for you guys have my Google Doc linked below that has everything in my market setup linked on it. So if you're interested in the canopy I use, the tables, the displays, anything you see in my market setup is linked on that Google Doc. So check that out below. If you are seeing something that you're like, where'd she get that from? You can find it all linked on there. So anyways, though, with that, we're gonna get on to the footage from the actual event, and then we'll get into a little bit of a breakdown of what the best sellers were and things like that. Alright, we are set up. It's a little loud because we're under the interstate overpass, but we're fully set up and we have about an hour until it officially starts. But there are some people just walking around in general, and I did already sell one of the awesomes to some people walking around. So we will see in about an hour when it officially starts. My mom's gonna be hanging out here handing out candy. We gotta put the candy in the bowl. Right now she went to my apartment because it's actually so close to go change into shorts really quick because it's way hotter than we expected. So yeah, she's doing that and then she's gonna sort out the candy. I'm gonna price tag a few items that I made but didn't get the chance to price tag yet. So I'll add a few more things to the setup in a minute. But overall, this is the idea. I haven't filmed really at all because it is so busy. But things are going really well, as I'm sure you can tell. The after will be taken down here soon. Alright, you guys, so it's been a little bit since this event actually. So I need to go on my square here to recap for myself because I don't even remember what sold and what didn't. So like I mentioned in my last one of these style videos, and I hope you guys are okay with this, I'm not really going into the like overall total, here's what I made when it comes to these videos anymore, just because it is sort of a touchy subject and there's people that obviously appreciate it, and then there's people that are sort of like feel like it's bragging or whatever, which I'm not trying to brag, obviously. So yeah, and I know it's just a touchy thing, so I'm not putting out there specifically like here's how much I made, but I will still give you guys a recap that includes everything other than that. Because I know it's helpful, especially when it comes to what patterns sell well and things like that. So even what I'll do for you guys is link below all of the bestseller patterns that I am mentioning to you guys. If I'm saying like chickens were a bestseller, then I will link those patterns below for you. Alright, you guys, so top selling items. First, we have chickens. Chickens are pretty much always my top seller, which people just love the chickens, which I don't blame them because I love the chickens too. So I sold 6 of those. Next top seller was pickles. Sold 5 of those. People also love the pickles, so can't blame them there. If I'm remembering correctly, I had 1 pickle left, and then chickens, I had like 3 or 4 left, but it was the black ones with the red eyes, and people didn't love those as much as I thought they would. I made those for obviously like a Halloween beam chicken, and people didn't like those as much as I thought they would, which is okay. I'll have them for next year. But yeah, other than those ones, I sold out of all the regular colored chickens. And then pickles, I had one pickle left. Next top seller was possums. I sold 5 of them. I believe I started the event with only like 2, and I ended up crocheting a bunch while I was sitting there, and like as soon as I would put one out, they would sell. So I sold out of the possums because they were pretty much selling as soon as I made them. Next, we also have triceratops, which tied for 5, and I sold out of those. And then the 5th and final place for the best sellers was axolotls. I sold 4 of those, and I only had 4, so I sold out of those as well. Actually, one more notable thing that wasn't coming up on here before is I did sell 5 of my mini ghost as well, so that was also a top seller. And then other notable things that sold, I sold 3 bees, 3 chicks, 3 frogs, which those are leggy frogs. I sold 3 octos, which I only had those 3, so I sold out of those. I also sold 3 of my fried eggs that I had displayed in the frying pan. I also only had 3 of those, so those sold out. I sold 2 ducks, which I believe I only had 2. I could be wrong on that. Let me actually look so I can tell you guys accurately. Yes, so I only had the 2 in general, so I did sell out of those. I also had 2 mini octos and sold both of those, so those sold out. And yeah, that's pretty much it for like the notable stuff that sold. I will, like I said, link all of those patterns for you guys, since they are my best-selling items if you are interested. And I will give you the amount I made off of those like best-selling items as well. So my top items as far as how much I made was chickens as number 1. I made $90 off of the chickens, and again I sold 6 of those and I charged $15 each, so that equals up to the $90. Second place for the amount of money was pickles, and I made $75 off of those, again charged $15 for them. Third place was axolotls. I made $60. Well, actually third, fourth, and fifth place, I guess you could say, is a tie for axolotls, possums, and triceratops. I made $60 off of all 3 of those. For the axolotls, I charged $15 each. For the possums and the triceratops, I charged $12 each. So the amount I sold of each of those added up to be $60. And then another notable thing that I didn't mention before is the loaf cats. I had 2 of them, specifically one that was for a custom order that I actually had placed just behind so nobody could buy it before the lady got there to buy it. And she bought that the day of, and then I also had a loaf cat, just a regular one, sitting out on the table, and that sold as well. And I started making them a little smaller, so I'm charging $25 for those smaller ones, just editing the pattern myself. So I will link the pattern below for you, but I am just modifying it myself to be a little smaller, so they're quicker to make and then I can charge less for them. So anyways, I'm charging $25 for each of those, so I did make $50 off of loaf cats. And then I also made $50 off of the mini ghost, which I only charge $10 for those, I believe. Yeah, so I sold 5 of them. So that's my top items as far as money as well, which most of those are the same as the top for how many sold. And last thing I'll say for like the breakdown of this video is that this was definitely much better than quite a few other events I've done where I spend a long time at the event. I do make more money at the event, but I spend a lot longer set up there, versus this one was only 12 to 5, which I think I said 12 to 4 earlier, but it was 12 to 5. I just looked. And I ended up making still a really good profit, not as much as I've made again at other shows, but still a really good profit. And it was a lot less time of me sitting there being set up. So because of that, it ends up being a better event when you think of it that way. So yeah, I would say that this is definitely an event that I will be doing again in the future, and I'm hoping to do it next year. I don't know what next year holds as far as like working and school and all kinds of stuff, but I'm thinking I'll maybe only do 1 or 2 events like in general next year, and then just be able to prep, like spend all my time prepping for just those 1 or 2 events, and then I'll be able to see how much I'm able to make at an event such as this when I have even more in stock, because I definitely did not have near as much in stock as I had hoped for things like the axolotls and the possums and the triceratops that I know do really well for me. I wanted to have more of those, but I just did not have enough time in between my last event that you guys saw that also did pretty well, and then this one. I just did not have the time to restock like I wanted to. So yeah, I think by prioritizing events that end up being better for me and being able to spend more time prepping for just one singular event instead of selling a little bit here and a little bit here, a little bit here, will be more beneficial for me. But that's just what I'm thinking as of now. Who knows what will happen over the next month, let alone this time next year if I want to do the same event. So anyways though, that is all I have got for you guys for today. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do give this video a big thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this one, make sure you subscribe, because I will, like I said, be filming any and all events pretty much that I am doing. I don't know how many of them I will be doing in the future, like I said, because of work and school and all the things. But I am hoping to still continue to do events every now and again, so I will still be sharing these videos as I am doing events. So yeah, if you would like to see those, make sure you subscribe and turn on the post notification bell so you get a notification when I post those videos or other sorts of videos. But anyways, you guys, that is all. Thank you so much for watching. I shall chat with you hopefully here soon. Goodbye.